I've got a cup of tea. I haven't brought myself a cup of tea and I'm a bit gutted now, to be honest with you. And I can't phone the missus because we're live on here. Right. Don't know if you can see all right by there. Let's have a look. Might not have a lot of people on this live because we are basically in rugby season now. Wales have just played Ireland, which I just watched, which I'm happy with their performance. I'm not too sure if England are playing right now. I did want to watch the match, but I thought I would jump on here for you lot. So we're going to see who jumps on this live and we will get started. On this live video, we're going to be doing a simple rip cut test with oak. We're going to be using the HKC 55 and we're also going to be using the TSC 55K. Now, we know this is an 18 volt saw. We know that is a 36 volt saw. So obviously higher power is going to mean better cutting. I've already tested, which you're going to see on a different video, which I will be posting this weekend on both saws. So you can see the results of both saws in my videos later on this evening or tomorrow. I'll get that posted because I need to edit it. So with this video, we're going to be doing a simple rip cut. In fact, I'll leave it play while you jump on the live. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to make myself a cup of tea. I was just waiting for people to join in on the live. How is everyone? This is Six Nations Rugby Day, mind. I watched my match, so I'm going to come out here now, and I thought I'd do a live because I promised one today. How are you, Fern? Are you alright? Right, so in this video, we're going to be doing a simple test cut using the HKC 55 and the TSC 55. So we're going to see, well, this is the kickback saw, this is not, but this is 36 volt, this is 18 volt. So those of you who haven't seen a cut like this and seen any of these saws perform, you'll be able to see, make your mind up and decide which saw you'd like to buy. I will recommend both saws are great. I've just done a video which I'll be posting later on this evening or tomorrow on both of these saws on how they perform. So you can jump ahead and watch that if you wish. So, all we're going to do is I've done a cross cut, I've tested, but I'd like to see how the saws cut through the grain. This one is going to struggle, I know that. I need to push it through the cut and see how it performs. So, I'm just going to get ready now and we'll be ready to rock and roll. So let's have a look. What do we need? So I'm going to put it on his guide rail. Something jammed up, yeah. I'm a bit stuck by here now. Can you believe that is actually stuck on the guide rail? I'm going to bend it if I'm not careful. Right, let me just get a screwdriver to pop in there. Because I've actually got the saw jammed up. Can you believe that? Always on a live, see? Things never go right on lives. Pop that around there and we should be able to seat the saw in. Let me get a screwdriver. 2 secs. That was a silly mistake. But there we go. That should do the trick. I'm just going to pop that around there. Without damaging the rail. Right, so it looks like we got it. There we go. Right, I just pushed the saw on there at a silly angle and I got it all caught up. So, pop that on there. Luckily we haven't caused any damage. I took my time and put it right. What is that? How can I get a girlfriend? I can't really answer that question. I don't know. Just be yourself and maybe a girl will come into your life. Right. So all we're going to do with this now is we're going to test this saw through a piece of oak, alright, and we're going to send it on a rip cut. Now, I'd like to clamp my workpiece down, so I'm going to do that. So if I just pop this by here, probably should have set this up before I started. Let's have a look, move that out the way. Move this out the way. Make sure everything's good, yeah. That there, that there. Pop that over there. And I'm going to clamp this baby down. There's one. Right, let's just see if I can fit my guide rail on here. Luckily, she will fit. Yes, I've got a girlfriend, I am not married. Right, so all we're going to do now is we're going to do a rip cut with a saw right through there. I'm going to just chuck a dust extraction hose on here because I'd like to see how this saw performs. I think it's going to struggle. I do know this is only an 18 volt saw, so I might have to do it in a couple of passes, but we're going to try full depth first at 50 mil and see how it handles the cut. Let me just see if it's connected. She's not connected to the battery. There we go, she's okay. Right, here goes. As you can see, it handled the cut just nice. I did have to push the saw through the cut, mind, I'm not going to lie. I am just going to finish this cut off freehand now, actually. And I'm going to see what the cut looks like. But all in all, it's not a bad saw, see? Don't forget, it's an 18-volt saw. You cannot expect miracles. So I'm just going to go ahead now and finish the cut. Pop him in there. That isn't a bad cut. I'm pretty happy with that, cutting through the grain on the oak. That isn't a bad cut, to be honest with you. It did burn a bit, I'm not going to lie. I'm getting used to the saw myself, mind, so it's just getting used to how to use it, where to position the saw. But apart from that, it's actually cut through there quite nice. So we'll go ahead now and we'll get the TSC 55K on the case. I know this saw is going to perform well on this cut because she always does. It's a lovely saw. So I'll just grab this saw by here now and we'll just go ahead and cut this. I'll just get myself a guide rail. I'll have to go with a longer one, I think, because my 800 is in use. So we'll just pop this over here. Pop this over here. Bit awkward on the live. I'm the wrong way round when I'm doing a live when I'm trying to work in here. So I should have set up the other way. So we'll just set it back a bit to give the cuts exactly the same depth. Pop that in there. Get this up here. So both saws are set at 50mm if I remember right. Yes, correct. It's as deep as they can cut on guide rails. So here goes for this cut. Dust extractor is not connected, so I'll go manual. As you can see, that saw flies through the cut. So I'm just going to go freehand now just to finish the cut off. Not recommended this, mind. You don't have your kickback feature enabled when you're doing something like this. I left the dust extraction hose off because I didn't want to get caught up when I was doing the cut. You need to be careful, obviously. But both saws performed alright. Obviously the TSC 55K handles the cuts a lot better, but that is a 36-volt saw. And obviously the HKC 55 is just an 18-volt saw. So there's a big difference in two saws if you're looking to invest. I do recommend both saws. But that's the difference on both of these saws cutting through oak. Now this oak is 50mm deep, mind. It's a nice big thick bit of oak. So there is a big difference in the two saws. So we've got some other timber we'd like to cut, which I will do on another live video for you. Obviously the normals, the regulars have not jumped on you. What are you saying? How are you, Troy? I didn't notice you were on your butt here. It's a bit quiet this afternoon on you. We had loads on this morning. But I just thought I'd do a little bit of testing on some of these saws. And the thing is, when you've got saws, right, and you own your own tools, you need to test them out to see what they're capable of. Because the sad thing about it is, you can take something into work and find out you can't actually do that job with that tool. So, what we like to do in the trade is we like to test, we like to jump on them, test them out fully, see what they're capable of. And then when you take it on a job site, it's always a lot easier because you know where you can manage with what saws you have. And that's what I like to do anyway. I'll buy a tool. I don't just take it in on the first day in work and have a little blast because something can go wrong. I like to have a look in the house, have a little play with it, see what I can do with it, see what it's capable of, and then I'll bring it into work. Anyway, what's being said by you? What is your love story? I haven't really got a story to tell on love. I'm not on here to talk about love stories, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I have bought a bit of new kit, Troy. I am very impressed with it, I'm not going to lie. It's a nice little saw, but like I said, it's 18 volts. I can't complain. A lot of people saying they're very underpowered, but you can't call an 18 volt saw underpowered compared to a 36 volt saw. So that's what I'm trying to put across with my opinion on them. I think it's a great saw. Oh, how are you, Hank? Nice to see you. You's on my live. I have a question. I left a question on the last video. All right, Troy. When I get off you now, I'll answer it for you. I didn't realise you commented on there. Unless they're not showing your comments up like before. Remember we had a problem and they weren't showing up? That's what it could be, see? Because whenever I've seen your comments, if I go into my YouTube app, alright, your comments don't show in my list. I think you might have private set on your YouTube or something like that. What I've got to do, I've got to go into the comments section. I've got to click on the post and I've got to scroll through the comments. And if I see your comment on it, that's how I'm commenting back to you. It's the only way I can actually see your comments on there. All right. I'm glad it might be okay now. You might just have the privacy setting on. That's all I'm thinking, Troy. It might just be as simple as that, mate. That's all it could be. Let me just change my battery over there because I just heard it stop. I've just realised I've come in here and I haven't charged all my batteries up. Oh, I'm glad it's okay now. Yeah, well, I'll have a look at that now. Try in a bit, all right? I won't be long. When I get back in the house now, we'll have a look at that for you and see what you've mentioned on there. But yeah, it's a nice bit of kit. I'm happy with it. Obviously, it's a lot of money you invest in, but they're all worth it in the end, you know what I mean? If you can earn some money out of it, happy days, like, innit? Right, let me tell you, Troy. Both of these saws, alright? That one, 1.8 millimeters, alright? This is the HKC 55, alright? So what Festool have done, because it's an 18 volt saw, they've gone with a 1.8 millimeter curve on there. And the reason for that, as you know as well as I know, it's all to do with the friction, so you can get through the cut a hell of a lot better. Now, what Festool done with this saw, obviously the TSC 55K, the kickback version, that's where the K is on the end. How are you, Aled? South Wales? Yes, Aled. So the TSC 55K, what Festool have done with this saw, right, Troy, is they've also put the 1.8mm blade on there. Now that's the reason why this TSC 55K actually flies through the cuts, because all they've done, you're from the north, Aled, you, that's awesome, buddy. So, with the TSC 55K, alright, Troy, they put the 1.8mm blade on there, and that's how this saw actually flies through the cuts. Obviously less friction and so on. And with the HKC 55, they also put the 1.8mm blade on there, and all of that is just for the reason of getting through the cuts. Be careful with the batteries, Hank. I've never had a problem charging the batteries at any cycle in their life, because with lithium batteries, Hank, obviously you can charge them on 2 bars, 1 bar, it doesn't make any difference. Now on Festool's website it does state that you can charge their batteries during any discharge. So at any stage you want to put your battery on charge, it shouldn't really affect it. But I will say something you might spot. See this by here? I have posted a video a long time ago. Can you see that? See the light on that battery by there? What this battery has got a habit in doing, right? I will say, this is an older battery by Festool. This is a 6.2 amp hour battery. Whenever this battery is plugged into the saw, right, the light always stays on. So once I finish with the saw, I've got to disconnect the battery, because this battery, alright, it'll just discharge itself and it will not charge. And then I've got to jump start this battery with another battery. This is the only battery I've ever had problems with. But every night I come out here, I've got to take the battery out of the saw. Let's have a look what comments we have on there. Be careful with those batteries. They have a limited amount of times that you can charge. What I do is don't charge them if they have 3 bars or higher. Right, I'll keep that in mind then. I'll leave them die and then I'll recharge them. The charger sorts out the battery management, so should be okay. Yeah, well that's what I was thinking, Troy. But you know what I will do, because I think it was Jason on one of my comments. He commented, because these are Bluetooth batteries, alright, you can connect to the Festool work app. And the battery is on charge by there now. That's a 4 amp hour. That's quite a new battery. I've had it 3 years, but it haven't had many cycles, alright? He told me, because I had a problem with it, and the light was turning red on my combi drill, and he just commented on there, and he said, update the battery, you should be good. I've updated the battery and I haven't got the issue. The battery was on version 7, it is now running version 14. So what I'm thinking with this battery is, I should connect this to the Festool app and then maybe update this battery. But this is an older battery. What's the date on this one? The date on this battery is, because I'm not seeing it now, where's the light? Where is the date on here? Normally they got the date on them. Ah, right, it's up here, isn't it? Ah, right, I can see it. What's that saying? 1804, is it? That's odd. Let's have a look at another one. This is another old battery, this one. 1805. Well, there we are, that's what they are. That's 2018 then, our battery. That's a yeah, Troy. I will update the firmware. Both of these are 2018 batteries, but obviously that's not Bluetooth. This is Bluetooth. So when I buy batteries, I try not to buy every single battery I own in the same year. So I'll buy a couple, leave it a year, buy another couple, leave it 2 years, buy another couple. So all the batteries that I've ever bought are all separated then. I don't buy them all at the same time. I do with every tool I do run, so I don't have any issues then. Because if there's a common problem, obviously, with batteries, as we all know, and you've gone and bought 10 batteries in 1 year, there's a good chance you can lose the whole 10 batteries then. So I like to buy in stages. I don't know when I bought this one. I'll have a look. But I think this one is 3-year-old. It's on charge. Don't know where it says it. I think it says it on the bottom of these ones. 2020 this one is. And you won't believe it, alright? On this 4 amp hour battery by here, it says made in China. So I've just seen it now. That's the 4 amp ones. Right by there, made in China. You can't make it up, can you? Can you see that? Made in China. March 2020. And I remember buying this in 2020 because this is when COVID hit. I bought all this new gear, all right, COVID hit and I couldn't go to work. I always remember that. I will try the firmware, try it 100%. I don't know, do you know what? They might actually do a battery service because what I've realised now, when you buy certain tools that come with batteries from Festool, they actually warranty the batteries now as well as the tool. Now, years ago, it was only the tool that they'd warranty, but the battery also comes with a 3-year warranty now because any new tool you buy with batteries, they actually ask you for the number on the actual battery and register that as well. But this is the battery I had an issue with. Obviously, it's fine now. Somebody did comment, mind, I'm not going to lie, all right? He did comment, and once I posted the video about showing updating the Festool battery within the Festool work app, all right? Some guy commented on there, I can't remember his name, and he basically said to me that all his 4 amp hour batteries, after updating to the new version, have all failed. He reckons they don't take a charge. So this is actually the first time, all right, that I'm charging this battery after the update. So I'm going to wonder if this is going to charge now. Let me just take it off and have a look. Because I'm thinking about that now. This was on 1 bar when I put it on charge. It is now on 2. So I'm thinking that's charging fine. It's charging nice and quick. It is on a new charger. Mine is an Airstream one. So I think that battery should be good. But yeah, the guy did comment and he said, once you've done the Festool firmware update on the battery, he reckons that the actual batteries that he owns are failing on him. So I'm hoping I haven't got an issue. I've never had a Festool battery die, I'm not going to lie. But watch this with this battery now. This is the 6.2 amp hour one, yeah? I plug it in here, alright? No light on, yeah? Can you see that? I'll start the saw. Spin the saw around. And that's what happens to this battery. Can you see that? This battery then stays lit. And that's how it stays. So what you've got to do every day, whenever you've got this battery in there, is I've got to take it out and I just leave it like that. That's what I tend to do with that battery. Because this battery, I don't know what's wrong with it, but that always lights up and it always stays on. And I've had to re-jump our battery. Just checking my app, and I have it showing the energy set as being under repair option because it's under 3 years. Yeah, Troy, that is 100% correct because the energy set, I've got the energy set as well. Once you register, you know what, I forgot I got those batteries. They're over there somewhere. With the energy set, once it's registered, yeah, you do have a 3-year warranty on there. It's absolutely awesome. So it's yes, and it is valid for the warranty of the batteries, Troy. That's the best way to deal with it, see? So not only now, if you're investing in obviously your Festool gear, you also get the warranty on the battery. Now I don't know if any of you own any other makes tools. These are a nightmare to register, this make. I've never been ever been able to register a Milwaukee tool. I've gone on the website 1,000 times, and every time I'm on the website, I don't know if it's happened to any of you guys and girls that's on here. Every time I try and register a Milwaukee tool, the app, well, the website you're on, crashes, and it just loads and loads and loads. I have put a video on my YouTube about registering Festool warranties. You know, Troy, they're very easy to do. It's the most easiest thing to use in the world, and that's why I buy Festool. Yeah, what's that say? DeWalt are shocking at battery quality, and answering customer service and website is shocking. Yeah, you're 100% right there, Troy. I've heard loads complain about it. You see all these TikTok videos, how they say DeWalt is one of the best companies, blah, blah, blah. But anyone that's ever owned a Festool, like yourself, like me, alright, the reason why we love them is because we know what service we actually get from Festool. Now, I have got a saw, one out there, alright, it's my mains, it's a TS55, the first saw I ever bought, 240 volt. And it was just after COVID. I was over my mate's house working in his garage, and I started my saw up, and the blade wouldn't turn. The bearings had gone. Now, it was under warranty. It was 2.5 years old. I went home that night. I thought, oh, it's COVID. They're not going to answer me. I went in the Festool app. I ordered a repair at 7 p.m. in the evening. 9 o'clock the next morning, it might have been 10 o'clock the next morning, there was a knock on the door. I thought, who's that? I went downstairs, opened the front door. There was a guy there from Festool. Have you got your saw? He said, I've come to take it for repair. So I handed him my saw because I had it by the front door. He goes in his van. 2 hours later, all right, I had a text message from Festool to say it's going up country to be repaired. And the same evening, I had another text message off Festool, and they said my saw's on his way to me. Would I like it delivered in the place that I'm working, or would I like the saw delivered to my address? And I said my address. So within 48 hours, it was less than that, it was probably about 36 hours in total, my saw had gone up country, been repaired, and got back to me within 36 hours. I couldn't believe it. And that's, everyone has said that. Normally it's a 24-hour turnaround. So you'll order a repair, the next morning they'll pick whatever tool up, take it up country, fix it, and send it straight back. Festool are absolutely brilliant. And you can do it after your warranty is run out. They're not cheap, mind. I do know they're not cheap, but it's Festool, we know what they're like. You can just book a repair anyway. They'll get your tool back to you within 36 hours, and it's all up and running again. It's awesome, you can't fault it. You don't get that service even with a strippergram. You do not, Troy, and you are 100% right with that. And that's why I love them. I've had obviously a bad experience with Milwaukee trying to register tools, but I love Milwaukee tools as well, I'm not going to lie. It's just registering the tools is an absolute nightmare. But we all know, like you know, Troy, you pay the big bucks, but you get the big warranty. So there's no harm in spending the money because you know you're going to have your tool for 3 years minimum. You can't fault it. It's absolutely brilliant. What's that? Grabbing a beer, be right back. No problem, Troy. You go and get yourself a beer, mate. If I'm not here, obviously I'll be back on tomorrow's live anyway. So, like I said, we obviously got an issue with this battery when I plug that into there. Obviously firing the saw up like so. That turns on. So all I do is take that out like that, and that is it, and that's how I deal with it. The only problem I've ever had with my Festool gear, like I said, is my TS55 saw, and I have had one dust extractor fail, but that was the small CT Sus dust extractor. It was 4-year-old. I was sucking dust and hoovering dust and angle grinding and doing all sorts of stuff with that dust extractor, so I can't complain. Who's that? Adrian. How are you, Adrian, from Ireland? What's that? I left my condolences on the rugby on the earlier live a few minutes ago. Would the 8 amp... Oh, that was a good game of rugby, mind. You couldn't believe it. It was nice to see Wales back on a bit of form. Would the 8... Right. I will give you an honest review on that, Adrian, right? The rugby was absolutely amazing. Ireland deserved the win. That's why they're the best team in the world at the moment. Alright, you cannot fault them. I will say, mind, the 8 amp hour, all the 8 amp hour gives, all I find with the 8 amp hour, right, on the TSC 55K, is the fact that you just get the extra run time. The 8 amp hour doesn't really give you any extra guts in cutting power, because this saw can handle the cutting normally, alright? But what I will say, if I grab one now, I'll show you, alright? What I will say, when you put the battery in, I'm having a nightmare trying to get the battery back out of the saw. For some reason, it doesn't want to come out of the saw. I don't know if it's to do with these when you're pressing them, but any other tool I put the 8 amp hour battery in, alright, it comes off, but as soon as I put it in this saw, it will not come off. So I'll just go and grab one now to show you. I probably won't get it off, see? I'm only over by that, I'll just get it now quickly. I think they're in here. Right, sorry about that. You can never get anything quick when you want to get it. Right, so Adrian had a question about the 8 amp hour Festool, alright? They are a bulkier battery. I'll just show you the difference in size, alright? So what Festool have done, they've designed these batteries, alright? All these batteries is wider. They're pretty clever in what they've done because they've kept the same thickness of the battery. So most tools by Festool can take the 8 amp hour battery, but you certainly do not get any extra power with it. I'll pop it on here to show you, because once it's on the saw, it feels quite tight to put in there. I don't know what the problem is. Let me just get this one out because I don't want to fire the saw up. What I'm finding is getting the battery back off, look at this. It is an absolute nightmare. So I got a bit of a challenge now to get this battery back off this saw. I don't know what's causing it, alright? Maybe I should spray a bit of silicone spray or something like that in here. But it's the only batteries I struggle to get on this saw and take it off. Now, these are under warranty. I could complain to Festool, but all my other batteries slide on beautiful. Look, one finger off. Pop that in there. In. It's easy. Same as this battery. It's a bit dusty, that one. I think I've been angle grinding. I normally use my old batteries for work like that. Pop that in there. What's stopping that? A little bit tighter, that one. It seems to go so far, this battery. It's going to be stuck there. It's a bit tighter, that one. So maybe there's something in here on this one. But I will say now I put this battery in here, right, I've got a nightmare to get it out. There we are, I managed to get it. It seems to go in so far. I can't see where it's rubbing. I don't know if it's these. It looks like this one by us jamming up a bit to me. But I'm not a fan of it, to be honest with you. It does wind me up a little bit. But they're not bad, these batteries. I don't know if I like this button on here. I do like the old style Festool with these. I like that. Here's the difference. They're right by here. You got this little clicky bit. But the only thing I don't like about this, it's by there. And I'm thinking if you got your battery down like that, alright, and maybe you've got something in your hand like this, if something drops on it, it's going to pierce it. Now when you got your buttons on the side, they're out of the way, yeah? So I don't know if I like the design on that. I got a funny feeling they'll change the design of this battery, mine, I'm not going to lie. But it just doesn't go in here nice. I'll try it on the bottom now. That seems to go on nice. See, and it never wants to come off. Squeeze it as hard as you want. There we are, I got it. They're a bit of a nightmare, but it's probably the size of my hands I'm struggling with. A short sandpaper on the battery might help. Yeah, I'm going to have a look at something. I got to do something because it is a right pain. I'm not going to lie. It does get on my nerves a bit. But I'm thinking, all right. Whoop. It could be the battery's just wider, is it? There we go. I can see where the problem is right now, all right? If you look at the batteries, the 8 amp hour is just slightly wider. So I'm thinking, my grip, I can't get around the battery, so it could be user error, to be honest with you. So that's what I'd say it is. It probably is just user error why the battery doesn't work. What's that, Mona? Note. I will try a bit of sandpaper on there, Adrian, and I'll see if it makes any difference. But I will say, they're not a bad battery. I don't use them all the time, mind, 8 amp hour. I don't really need it, but I just thought I'd buy it to get the extra run time on the saw. So if I'm on a big job and I haven't got maybe electric or nothing like that, I can pop to 8 amp hours in here and I can get a good bit of cutting done then. So that's why I'd have bought the 8 amp hour for, just for that reason. Right, let me just change this battery over because I'm up charging my batteries here. So we got that one charged. Right, we've got that one charged. That one charged. All I'm doing is making sure I got all my batteries charged now, ready for the weekend. I don't know why I'm running one charger. Mine charging one at a time. I got about 40 chargers, yeah. Right, what does that say? Right, lovely. I think I've commented to everyone's comments. Right. So I'm going to pack everything away now. We're not going to be doing nothing else today, and I will see you on tomorrow's live. I'll wait for you lot to say ta-ra, all right? If anyone's got any questions now, chuck them on here, and I'll see if I can answer them quick just before I pack up. But I've only got a few bits to pack up here today. I've got a bit of charging to get out the way. All these things we do on the weekends, you're never off in this game here. Yeah, I'll see you later, Troy. And you, Adrian. Thanks for jumping on. I'll definitely be on tomorrow. Now we'll do a couple of lives tomorrow. If you've got any questions I'll try and answer them as best I can. Obviously, you lot know I give an honest review. Doesn't matter what make I run. If something winds me up, I'm going to whinge about it, as I do. But that's the thing. We're all spending money. We're allowed to complain. But I'll see you lot tomorrow. I think we might go on an earlier live tomorrow, maybe 11 o'clock-ish, if you're all up and about then. If you're not, I'll see you on the evening live, alright? Ta-ra all.